everybody. Nathan from Nerd Legion here.
Jose, how you doing, guys?
It's good. It's good. Hope everybody's good. Hey, so Josh isn't here this week, unfortunately. Josh is missing in action.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing this episode, just me and Nathan, for today. We already talked to Josh. We wish him the best with the situation that's going on. We don't want to disclose too much of what's the situation, just to keep it a little bit more private. But if you guys can just send his prayers, some prayers and goodwill in that his way, because he needs it, and us as his friends, we wish him the best too. So hope everything goes okay. Sorry guys, this part is a little weird because I do have to say it's a little weird that Josh is not here. So for us to do it without him just felt a little. I didn't realize it was going to feel this weird. So
yeah.
Have you seen Invincible lately?
No. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it.
Well, it's another type of superhero show, and it's based off the comics of Invincible, I guess, and it's just a gruesome take on just more, just it's a more brutal, kind of type of show when it comes to superhero movies. Like, you don't really see like superpower beings ripping other humans apart. I don't know. It's really gruesome of a show, and
morbid.
A very morbid show. But I do recommend it to those that are like for older audiences.
I haven't watched a lot on Amazon Prime. I don't remember if we got into this last episode. The one Amazon original that actually really interested me was Upload.
Upload, yeah. I saw a trailer for that. But what's that about again?
This guy, he dies, and instead of like just like that's it, like he's gone and everything, he like his consciousness basically is uploaded into I can't even remember what the place is called, but sorry guys, I'm really struggling here, just since I haven't seen the show. I saw the show last year during quarantine, and a lot of it reminded me of The Good Place. And it's similar in concept, but it's also different in that he has this consciousness basically, but the consciousness is this girl who like works for the place that keeps all the people's afterlives in check basically. And they end up falling in love and having their whole situation. And yeah, it's really it's an interesting concept. Not sure when season 2 is coming out. I hope it's sometime this year. But yeah, I really recommend checking it out.
Upload, that's Upload, right?
Upload, yeah.
You mentioned The Good Place. Actually, I just started that show with my girlfriend because she recommended to me. She was like, "Yeah, you should watch the show. Watch the show." And I was like, "Okay, let's watch the show." And then we started watching the show, and it's growing on me. I said,
it's good. Yeah, I really like it. I might even watch it again.
Really? You even recommend it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, it's funny.
So here's the thing. I think I'm on I just finished episode 3 of The Good Place. I don't know. I just, in the beginning, it just is kind of funny where, what's the main character's name? What's the girl's name?
Oh.
Yeah,
shoot,
I forget.
I can't even think of it.
I'll look that up right now. But anyways, the main character, right? She's, I know the actress, Christian Bale, right? Like she, Kristen Bell. Sorry,
Kristen Bell, not Christian Bale. Christian Bale's Batman.
That's okay. Yeah, you're right. The Good Place. Yeah, The Good Place. But it's an interesting show. So she's not supposed to be in the good place, right? She was supposed to be Eleanor. Her name is Eleanor. So
Eleanor, yes, yes.
yeah, so she's not supposed to be in the good place, and she's supposed to be in the bad place, right?
Yep.
So, but and it's kind of funny how she tries to swear she can't. The robot,
Yeah.
it's funny. I mean, not the robot, but like the assistant. That she's like technically a robot, right? So
Yeah, as the AI assistant.
the assistant, and then like like right now I'm see I started the show at a 5 because I didn't know what to feel about it. It went up to a 6, and I'm still watching it, and I'm just like, okay, what more you got? Like, what more? It's like it's kind of like it's drawn me in at that point. so
Yeah.
so the good place is like, but you said it was really funny. You might watch it again. So
Hmm.
I do have a theory, but I know you can't tell me. So my
Yeah, I
theory,
don't want to. I don't want to spoil it for you, but lay it on me.
yeah, my theory is, um, so it might be okay. It's either this is a grand like test to the fact that it was not a mistake, that and like the fact that she was meant to be sent there, but even though she's messing everything up, like
Hmm.
maybe this is her redemption. We don't know, right? And so, and even the ethics teacher, right? What's his name? I'm gonna look it up right now. The let me see here. Cheaty, right? Like he's teaching her good things to do good, think good, whatever, to be in the good
Hmm.
place, to fit more. So I feel like the perfect job for him would be to bring in people that were bad on Earth, and to teach them to be good. And if they pass, they can go to the good place. It's like a second chance. I think it would be a really cool
Hmm.
thing for Chidi to do that, because it seems like that's something that he would be great at. But he's also having a lot of stomach aches because of Eleanor. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is played out to seem like it's a mistake, but I don't think it's a mistake. So that's just my theory. I wish you could tell me, but and I know, but I can't. You can't. I know you can't.
If I told you, it would ruin it.
I know. But you recommend I watch the show and continue watching it, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, keep doing it. Keep watching it.
Mm.
There's 4 seasons of it.
Well, what was your first impression when you first started the show? Like did it grab you the way? Did you think it the way that I did, or did it grab you another way, or like?
It kind of grabbed me in the way where it's like this show is weird, but I want to see how weird it gets, basically, in a good way. It was basically like this is weird, but it works in a way, And I liked the characters. I liked the situations they get into, and you said you're on what, episode 3?
Right now, I'm on episode 3, I think. The last thing I can
Yeah.
remember was there was a hole. A hole was created by Eleanor for punching a hole in the cake, punching the cake itself, and then
Yeah.
the hole got repaired. And then I know that like the monk is also somebody who's not supposed to be there. So um, I know that much. That's it. So
Hmm.
um, I know that Chidi's is very stressed out, but that's yeah. He's like, I mean, he's now had to take care of Eleanor in a way, right? And so I kind of feel bad for him that he won't meet his soulmate. But that's all I got. That's
Hmm.
all I know so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is stuff that's there's things I must wait. So
This is hard. Like I want to tell you, but at the same time, like I don't want to ruin it, right? Because there's not much I can say about it without giving things away, right?
well, the one thing I guess, I mean, I can go off of what you said too. Like, I mean, you want to see how weird it gets. I mean, I think I have the same feeling to do that. Even Michael, the that like the one that created the world, that one world,
Yeah.
right? He
Yeah.
seems to be stressed out, you know, quite a bit. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, nothing's going right so far, and according
Yeah.
to my girlfriend. She seems to say that he always has a crisis. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see him break down.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's one that I think I'll continue watching for sure.
Yeah. I'd like to turn attention to another Netflix show that has been on the like going on for a while. I think you I think you know its name,
Mhm.
its reputation, Riverdale.
Oh my lord. Oh man. Oh, we're gonna get into it, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh boy. Okay. Lay it on me.
What? Honestly, I really feel like this show went off the deep end a long time ago.
Yeah, I feel you.
Um, season one, I honestly felt like it was good. It was written well. Everything was centered around the central conflict being that Jason Blossom's murder, right? He was murdered, and it was how his murder affected everyone else, right? Everyone else was affected in some way, right?
Right.
But ever since that, the show's been all over the place with the Black Hood, the um, I can't even think of it now. The Gargoyle King,
Oh gosh, yeah.
um, Jughead being murdered, but then not being murdered.
So so just to let you know, I don't know like how recently have you seen the episodes? What's the recent episode that you've seen? From what season?
Most recent episode, I'm watching the current season, season 5.
Okay. I can't I haven't well, I mean, I agree with what you're saying. With it went off the deep end a long time ago. Um and the last I haven't seen the recent season. I think there's a part of me that refuses to. I want to, but I refuse
I
to.
can't really blame you for refusing. Honestly,
Yeah.
they did a 7-year time jump or a 5-year a time jump of some kind, right?
Right. Now they're older
They're older, but they're still
in high
dealing with
school.
basically all the same stuff. Like they're all in high school. They're like teachers and whatnot, right? Archie and
What?
Jughead are teachers. Yeah, yeah, and
What? Okay.
Veronica's married, but now she's with Archie again, regardless, because they still have feelings for each other, or whatever. And
Interesting.
Jughead's an accomplished writer, but he's had stuff happening where he's not paying his rent. He's got debt collectors and stuff like that. The last episode ended with him taking like I don't want to say it was LSD, but it was something of the sort
Oh, a drug.
where it was to like make him focus and then have him like finish writing. But then he has like some sort of like he trips out basically.
What
He
was
starts
the?
hallucinating. He starts hallucinating other people being there, and then it's
Oh,
revealed at the end there that someone walks in to see he's broken out of his chains, but they're all like bloody and like there's blood all over the room.
what
And we're
the
like,
heck?
what? Right?
Okay.
But in general, too, is that regardless of it being 5 to 7 years later, Hiram Lodge is still the villain. Yeah,
uh,
he's still the villain. And it's like, do you seriously have no imagination left? Like, I thought I thought them jumping ahead like in time would free them up to do some different things, but it's like no, they're still doing the same things, throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
it would have been funny if you told me that. Oh yeah, it's been a time jump, but they're still in high school. It's like,
They
what?
basically are. They're teaching at their former high school
Oh, God. Well, what
because
was? Yeah.
it's all in it's all in an effort to put Riverdale back on the map because Hiram, now that he's mayor, he wants to wipe Riverdale off the map, and so he literally does just that. But now they're all like all the teenagers from before. Right now they're adults. They're like protesting it and saying no, we're keeping Riverdale alive, and
That's so stupid.
I know there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. It's just honestly weird. Even Cheryl, who I have nothing against Madeline Pesh, who plays Cheryl, but she does nothing in all the seasons except season one.
Yeah.
She's basically there, and it's just like, why was she still why is she still here? I even said to my girlfriend, right, is that remember when her character actually meant something?
Yeah.
Because
Damn.
now it just feels like the writers put her there because they, I don't know, I guess can't kill her off, so might as well keep her around as this representation for the LGBTQ community.
See, here's the thing. The reason I even started Riverdale was because of the Archie books. I when I first heard if we're gonna do a show, I got really excited. Okay, that was like my initial reaction for the beginning of the show. That it's like, oh my god, they're doing a Archie series basically, you know,
Yeah.
and but they made it like a teen drama. I thought the concept was really cool because
Mm-hmm.
what I remember from the comics was that that's exactly what they kind of were. They were going to college or going to high school, and they were students. They were young, living the life, you know. And Archie was the
Mm-hmm.
player, you know. He had he had Betty and he had Veronica, and like he was dating one girl and then the next, you know, and then back to the other girl, you know. As far as I
Mm-hmm.
remember in the comics, and then I remember they made I remember there was even a cartoon, I think, as well. And I remember it was like a Halloween special I remember watching. So like
Yeah.
all these that's what got me on the show. And then watching on the show. And then I watched the first season, then I was like, yeah, I'm hooked. And then it just became nonsense after season two.
Yep.
Just full just it was what was it? They had in replacement of drugs, they had like this candy. They called it something. I want to say Pop Rocks, but it's not Pop Rocks. It's
Fizzle
like
Rocks,
Fizzle Rocks. Yeah, they had that, and they're
something
like,
like that.
and that was the replacement for like you're high on sugar. Like it's like Fizzle Rocks. Yeah, like they trying to make it look really cool, and it was trying to make it PG for younger audiences, but it was just so dumb. After
It
a
is
while,
dumb.
so dumb. Um,
And
yeah.
like I feel like the show just throws too much at once. Basically, they try to set up too much, and almost none of it ever pays off in an interesting way, or a way that's even like worth it. You know?
Like I'm the type of person that really tries to give a show a chance. Like I really try to
Mm-hmm.
give the show the chance. Like even if it doesn't start off good, it might start off good later. But and I've been proven wrong for sure. But for this
Mm-hmm.
show, it started off good and it started getting worse. And then I started wondering, oh man, maybe the next season would be better. Where is this story going to go? Like, are they going to explain themselves properly? Um, I don't know. It was just the it definitely got more dramatic for sure. You know?
Maybe a little too dramatic.
Yeah, like what was it? It was yeah, Cheryl's character or like just like Cheryl basically. It was
Mm-hmm.
just I remember there was a scene that she was standing on the ice and she was just like she wanted to like kill herself. Um
Mm-hmm.
maybe that scene was a little bit too dramatic in my eyes for some reason. But
Mm-hmm.
it also I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to like show that her friends were there for her, but still, I don't know.
It was hard for her going through what she was going through, right?
Right?
Um, and but ever since then, they haven't really been able to capture anything with like emotional weight. The one thing that they were
Yeah.
able to capture with the emotional weight that was required, basically, was the start of season 4, the premiere episode. They acknowledged the passing of Luke Perry, Fred Andrews' actor,
Oh
and
yeah.
they had Fred Andrews die in an automobile accident, and
On the show?
on the show, yeah, it happened off screen. He was helping somebody else whose car had broke down, and he was struck.
Oh,
But
so
again,
they
it happens off. But again, it happens off screen. So because
right.
they couldn't film with Luke, right? So,
Yeah.
but the way they handle it in that episode, I gave them props for it because it's like, yeah, you guys, you did it with what you had to do, with what you had to be able to do it. You did the right thing.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard when like how do you do that for how do you have a proper send off of a character, you know, in the show?
Mm-hmm.
Like we had that discussion what last week or two or like
Yeah,
or first episode?
it was a couple. It was a couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah, on the first episode, we talked about that. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, just a lot about that show is really, really messed up. Like I remember, I think it was season 3 where Archie, Archie got attacked by a bear and survived.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot. Wasn't he living in the woods or something? Was that, or am I mistaken?
He was living in the woods because he had to leave Riverdale because Hiram was trying to kill him. So he like breaks up with Veronica and leaves. But then, like I said, gets attacked by a bear. Um,
They gave him a revenant scene, like Leonardo DiCaprio. How they had Leo fight a bear, and then Archie wins. No, there's no way Archie's gonna win with a bear. There's just no way. But he
no,
wins.
but he survives anyway.
Was it without a scratch or a couple bruises? Which one was it? I don't
Oh
remember.
no, he had a scratch, but because they basically ended the one episode where it was like you think that he dies because some there's these like wilderness people that like find him in
Yeah,
his cabin and he's all bloody and everything. He's like out of consciousness, so like you think he's dead.
yeah,
But then there was like a delay in episodes because they go on delays, right? They go on little
you know,
hiatuses. They're on a hiatus right now. But then as soon as they came back, he was alive and fine. He dyed his hair and
yeah.
everything, but not that it matters anyway. 'Cause his hair almost always goes back to the red hair that he's
That's true.
famous for, right? So
By the way, Nathan, I'm sorry. You're gonna have a nightmare editing this, but we do. We should have said this in the beginning about Riverdale, but we should have said like had a disclosure, being like, "Oh, spoilers alert! I'm sorry, we're talking about Riverdale." Oh God! And the thing, if you care about watching the show, and because it's been out since 2017, okay, so when you haven't watched it, well, too bad for you. But but disclosure,
yeah.
spoiler alert. I'm sorry. So. I don't know, man. Do you see? Okay, so you have or you are you done the last season that you've of the recent one or
Like I said, they're on a hiatus right now, so they're about partway through season 5.
okay?
And
So
I think they're on the hiatus until June or July. I can't remember.
because of COVID,
I'm not completely sure. They said it was a pre-planned hiatus, so
I can imagine it's because of COVID. I don't know. Well, let me ask you this: based on what you've seen, do you see any hope for the series at this point to get better?
I don't.
No. Okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, it's like because of COVID, they had to like delay production and everything.
Right.
So season 5, the first few episodes were wrapping up season 4, like the conflict in season 4,
Right.
and it's about what you could expect. It's really meaningless, holds no weight really, and then they do the time jump. So up until like when they first started with like the first episode that addressed like the time jump and everything, it seemed interesting
Yeah.
with what they were going for. But as soon as they all went back to Riverdale, they met up there and everything started settling into that. It's like, okay, the show has gone back to its old roots, basically. It's gone right back in, head first,
Yeah.
splattered on the pavement of what it used to be doing, and it's like, okay, so we're doing this again. It's just
Oh,
Hiram's still the villain, like I was saying. Hiram is still the villain.
jeez.
They're all still in high school, basically. It doesn't even faze me that they're teachers now, because it's like they still look the same, basically, as what they did when they were teenagers, because the actors have not aged that
Right.
much, right? So it's like, why? Why are we doing this? And the
Yeah.
show has already been ordered a sixth season. So it's like,
Jeez.
when will this show die? Like,
There are. This reminds me of a feeling I have. I hate to. I mean, I'll just mention this very briefly. 13 Reasons Why. Everybody?
oh boy, yeah, that
Like,
show.
I feel like that should have ended season 2, in all honesty. But
I think it should have ended with season 1.
I,
In all honesty, when it
yeah,
was
I
just
agree.
season 1, it was self-contained and everything.
Yeah,
I felt like it was better,
yeah.
um, barring a few creative choices here and there that were like, that could have been better. Um, but yeah, season 2, trying to remember. There were so many retcons and stuff like that with them,
Yeah,
with like the additional tapes and stuff that was revealed in them that wasn't talked about in the original
yeah.
13 tapes. Um, can I just say though that
Sure.
I think it's pathetic that Justin Prentice, who played Bryce Walker, got like death threats from people online because they didn't like
Yeah.
what his character did.
So, okay, listen, guys. This is not real life. These shows are not real. Stop hating on the actors that are playing these roles. Okay, like they're not the characters. like,
Like,
uh,
yes, 13 Reasons Why is very grounded in reality, at least for the most part, right?
yeah,
It's very grounded in reality, but it's like, as you said, these actors are just actors. They're people. They are
they're
playing people that do horrible, disgusting things, but
yeah,
they are not doing those horrible, disgusting things in real life.
exactly.
So it's
This
like,
this is
why are
why
you hating? Why are you hating on them?
this is why we call it the entertainment business.
Uh huh.
like for real. No, but I've heard about that. I heard about the death threats. I've heard about the hate for Justin Prentice. But you look at any of his interviews, he's such a nice dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's such a nice guy.
He
And
is nothing like Bryce Walker. He is nothing
no,
like him.
and poor guy had to explain to the audience, like even to the interviewer, like why he took the role, how he feels about the role. He had to like explain himself. Like, that's like, I don't know. I feel bad for the guy, but dang, man.
Hmm.
He played it very well, but maybe
Yeah.
too well.
Have you seen season 4?
A season I refuse to watch. This is as far as I've gotten as far as season 3. The
Okay,
last
yeah.
the last and even that I didn't finish. I didn't see if it finished season 3 because I was like, you know what, screw it. I just need to know the plot. I need to know, how did Bryce die, by who, and just to know more about the story. But I think okay, the book was read by Selena Gomez, because Selena Gomez is the producer of that show, right? And
Yep.
I didn't know. So, and what I understand, she wanted to make this show to bring awareness towards suicide. But in all honesty, I think the show, even in the first season, sent a really bad message about it. And so, and definitely with, like, I don't want to bring too much into it. I'm just stating that the fact that a lot of people even recognize that as well. A lot of people were saying this is not correct the way that you're presenting it, because it's romanticizing suicide, which is not good, right?
No.
So you're also, but based on a lot of people's hate comments on on the first season, they did fix a lot of things. Still, is 100% good? No, because it's still in a sense romanticizing it. But they have started to have the actors state that this is not real. This is just a show. This is so if you need help, and they have a phone number and a web and an email or website that you can go to in case you need help, which is really nice that they started doing that. And then if you look at season 2, in my opinion, I feel they close it in a way that I felt that was in a way proper enough. So, and that's where I think that's where it should have ended, not continue it. So, but that's just my opinion and what I've seen and heard.
Yeah. Honestly, I think season 3 and season 4, season 4 especially, got just too extreme with it. Season 4
Really?
just feels so pointless in that it's not at all connected to Hannah at all, right? She has nothing to do with it, right?
Yeah.
But now they're basically dealing with the aftermath of Bryce Walker's death. But just a spoiler warning, they get away with it.
Yeah. See, it was like
with
yeah.
the person who killed Bryce Walker ultimately gets away with it.
Like, what's the moral of the story? Like, what are they trying? Like,
What were they going for?
Exactly. Like the show
like it's like obviously murder isn't okay, but it's okay when the people who are perceived as the good guys do it.
Exactly.
Right?
Like that makes it justified.
Like because it isn't.
It isn't.
But it's like, why are you having them getting away with murder and stuff like that when it was all the previous seasons and stuff were focused on bringing down the people that had done wrong, you know?
Based on what you just said, is there a hint of saying we might make a season 5?
No.
Okay. So is this just like the end?
They ended it. Yeah, this is the end.
Okay.
And oh man, the one thing that I did like, the dynamic I did like was when Justin went to live with Clay.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. Season 4 ruined that too.
Why? You can spoil it. I don't care. At this point, I won't watch. Like, I mean, I might after this conversation. I might say
they decide that for some emotional weight, by the end of it all, he dies of AIDS. Like Justin.
Whoa! Justin. Yeah. Wait, Justin Foley?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He gets AIDS and dies.
Are you kidding me?
Wish I was. But no, he gets AIDS and dies.
What about Jessica? Because I know that Justin and Jessica were together. Did they like make up as somebody like they? Because I thought they wanted to be with each other again.
I'm pretty sure they made up, from what I remember.
Oh wow! So they, wow! So they made it.
They weren't like together again, but
wow.
Tony also gets like a little bit of closure, like with regards to his parents getting deported, but not much was done with him otherwise.
His parents got deported.
Yeah, his parents got deported in Oh, I don't even remember what season now.
Well, I
See,
mean,
that's I feel like that's what the pandemic, being in quarantine for dealing with the pandemic for over a year, it makes me forget even more the shows that I watched before. But it's
it's
like, honestly, nothing past season 1 of 13 Reasons Why matters.
no, it doesn't.
None
Yeah,
of
you're
it,
right.
none of it in the grand scheme of thing matters
It's such a blur in the
because
mind.
it is such a blur. Because it's like you couldn't have just left it. Like the main issue that I had with season 1, um, was romanticizing of suicide, as you said, right?
Right.
But also the scene where they actually had Hannah like do that, right?
By the way, I do have to mention. So, lucky for me, I watched the show once it came out, so I got to see a lot of these scenes and clips that they had prior, and then after the hate and critique comments from fans and whatnot happened, they had to go back and fix the show. So
Yeah,
that scene where she cuts her wrists, I'm pretty sure they took that out,
it was
but
edited. Yep, it was
it was
edited out.
yeah, but they
But
fully had it on where she was cutting herself. It was not a good scene. I didn't like that scene at all.
yeah, I didn't like it either, and it came even more as a slap in the face when I found out that they were advised from mental health experts, do not air this,
I know they were advised not
and
to air it.
they
Yeah,
did
you're right.
anyway because they had already sent it off to the people who were editing. But it's like, couldn't you just called one of the editors and just said don't put it in,
Big time.
or like just say to Netflix, hey, we need you to just fix this one thing. Can you give us a little bit more time? But they only changed it after the backlash.
Yep.
When you've got mental health experts telling you don't air this could be bad,
Yeah.
and it's
This reminds me of another. It's not a show. It's a movie. Do you know this the singer and songwriter Sia?
oh, I've heard of her.
Yeah. Okay. So she made a movie um, about autism. Okay. So she created a movie. I'm trying to look up the title of the movie, but it became very controversial. This is a very recent thing, by the way. Um, so it became very controversial because same thing what you just said about 13 Reasons Why, that there was mental health experts saying do not like publish this show. Sia, same situation, was advised to not publish the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she was trying to get advice. She was given advice by experts on how it's really like, for people with
Mm-hmm.
autism, and she ignored that advice apparently, and she went forward with the film, and of course it turned out to have a lot of backlash because there's a lot of things in that film that is shown to not do when someone
Mm-hmm.
has autism. So another
Yeah.
example. I just wanted to just throw that in there because it just reminded me of that. That's another example of someone not listening.
Mm-hmm.
So, and apparently she wanted to help. She wanted to bring awareness, much like what Selena Gomez wanted to do with 13 Reasons Why. But guess where that
Mm-hmm.
happened, you know?
Yeah. It's just corporate interest ends up getting in the way of that too, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you see all this stuff about like corporations like Disney that want to avoid controversy as much as possible, and yet here's Netflix getting controversy after controversy,
Oh
and
my gosh.
basically not even trying to avoid it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just like, I don't know. I honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like a show like 13 Reasons Why should have ended after the first season, but I feel like it was both. I don't know. I really feel like it was Netflix saying, no, we don't want to let the show go. We want to keep like making money off of it, right?
Right.
Um, and just, I don't know. It just the show, it was unnaturally stretched beyond the boundaries of the original source material.
Definitely.
Yeah.
See,
Oh,
I
should
wish
I
I.
also mention that
Yep.
Clay and Zach got into a like a there's a whole thing with a car accident that they the car literally flipped over and they both survived.
No. What?
Like it
Really?
flipped over like even like so unnaturally, and it's like they should be horribly injured by the from the way that the car like flew and like crashed and everything. But Clay is completely fine and Zach has a broken arm.
Really?
Like that was that those were the resulting injuries, and it's like, man, you couldn't have it be a little bit more realistic.
Oh boy. Let's not hurt.
Yeah.
Let's not hurt one of them. One of them we're gonna hurt, but the other one no.
No. Like especially the one who was driving the car. No, he's fine.
He's fine. Oh boy. I really, gosh, man, everything that you're saying, even though we're having this conversation about like Riverdale, 13 Reasons Why now, and like these shows they just went off to the deep end, they lost it,
Mm-hmm.
part way, or they never had it, that's the other one. Um,
Yeah.
but like,
I will say that to kind of
mhm,
bring it back to the Good Place. The Good Place
yeah,
does keep it relatively consistent.
that's good.
It's not that it's totally like a gem all the way through, but I feel like in terms of being enjoyable, it was like that all the way through.
I was kind of
And they
laughing. Oh, sorry.
and
Yep.
they ended it when they felt like it was a natural point for it to end too.
Yeah, so it didn't feel forced.
No. It
Um,
didn't
I,
feel it didn't feel forced and it didn't feel like, "Oh, finally." Right? Whereas 13 Reasons Why I was like, "Finally, thank you for ending it."
yeah.
Cuz I was so done with it. I was so ready for it to be over.
Oh my gosh.
You know you failed when the people watching your show are glad that it's over.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh boy.
A show what you know a show has done a good job when it ends and you're left wanting more. It's failed when you're left wondering why did I waste my time,
Definitely. Definitely.
right?
I have you seen girl new what was it? What was it? Um I think it was a New Girl. Is it New Girl? Yeah, New Girl. Have you
New
seen
Girl
New
I've
Girl?
heard about. I've heard
Okay.
about it.
So so it's a really good show. I think actually I would recommend that to you. If you basing off the 3 episodes that I've seen of The Good Place so far, um, and you like that show, and you're thinking of watching it again, I think you would love the New Girl. New Girl. It's
Hmm.
called. I think that
It's
that
on
show,
Netflix, right?
yeah, it's on Netflix. Such a good show. I ignored that show for a while until my girlfriend told me, it's like, hey, you should watch this show, and I was like, okay. Then I did, and I did not regret it. It was a really good show, and they also that's another example of a show that, in a way, naturally ended it very well.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, guys, don't. We might be talking about terrible shows, but we also are talking about good shows. We try to things that interest us. Just letting you guys know, the Children's Health Foundation and London Health Sciences Foundation in the London, Ontario area are hosting a charity event called Lip Sync for Lymphoma. Basically, it is a fun little competition where interested participants submit a fun video of them lip singing for their favorite to their favorite songs. Um, then their friends, family, or fans vote on their video to help them win. Each vote costs $1, and all the proceeds. I can't even read. I'm sorry.
Proceeds.
Proceeds would be going towards helping children and adults with lymphoma, an aggressive form of cancer. If you would like to be a part of this event, check out Lip Sync for Lymphoma in Facebook or on Instagram. That will be, I believe, L4L challenge.ca on Instagram. Yeah, and it seems a lot of fun, guys. So I would go and
We'll have a link below in the description, so you
yeah.
guys can check that out below.
And I said London, Ontario, but literally anybody, like anybody who's listening, like you can just, it's all online. So it's just to support a really good cause, guys. So appreciate that if you go check that out and join in. Um, yeah, no, it's just also, guys, like with everything that we're talking about, with what's your favorite show? I think we should also ask you, what's your favorite show? What is did you what's your guilty pleasure? What's the type of shows that you would watch again and again? And what's the type of shows that you would never even think twice to watch again? I can tell you right now, like we discussed, Riverdale and 13 Reasons Why I will not watch again. That was probably a one-time deal for me. But I can tell you my guilty pleasure, and I've watched it many times. It was How I Met Your Mother for some reason. So yeah, that was
Oh
another.
boy.
Yep, lots of good things from there. But I have burned through that episode. Like that TV show forwards and backwards. So yeah, what about you, Nathan? What's your favorite show that you would, it's like your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure would be Futurama.
Really,
Yeah.
Futurama. That's a nice
I
choice.
honestly have to say, like, not all episodes are great, but there are some in there that are actually pretty good, that have a really good story behind them, that are, like, some of them are really heartfelt. Um, One of my favorite heartfelt episodes from that show has to do with Fry finding a fossilized version of a dog that he had named Seymour.
Yeah.
Because I know how much you knew about the show. But Fry is from like the 90s, and he ends up going into the future. He gets stuck in a cryogenic tube, and he gets frozen for 1,000 years, and he ends up in the year like the 30th century, right?
Okay.
So the dog had died long ago, and there's this whole thing where the professor can bring him back. And Fry at first is really excited, but by the end, he believes that the dog would have forgotten him a long time ago, right? So he decides not to go through with bringing the dog back, and
Oh.
so then it's revealed that after Fry disappeared, the dog literally spent the rest of its life in the same spot, like standing at the same spot every day where they would meet up, and waited for him.
Oh, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That rings a bell. I think I've seen an image of that before.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
It's similar to a movie called Hachi,
Yeah.
where it was like based on a true story where a man was best friends with a dog that wasn't his. It was like a stray basically, and he passed away. And despite being told that he was never going to come back, the dog still waited at the train station for him to come every day.
See, those are some heartfelt moments in
Mm-hmm.
TV shows that they just decide, we're gonna make the audience cry.
Right?
we're, we want you to shed a tear, shed a tear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I you know what? I've heard a lot about the show. I've never. Where can you watch that? Can you watch that? Where can you watch that actually?
It's on Disney Plus now.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a
Yeah.
try. I'll give it
Make
a
sure
try.
you got as long as you got your content rating set to high enough, you'll be able to see it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's. I mean, in your opinion, is it like up? Like, I mean, Futurama. I've always heard that it's like up there with like Family Guy and Simpsons. Somebody's gonna be like, "Don't you dare put Futurama there." So, but like,
I can honestly say I think it's a better show than Family Guy, to be honest.
oh really?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
far better. Far better, dude. Family Guy.
It's stupid funny, but
yeah, it's a very stupid funny show. Other times it's cringe.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Like Peter beating up a, you know,
A chicken.
or a cock.
Yeah. 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 Even The Simpsons, in a way, because The Simpsons has been on a downward spiral for so long,
Definitely.
and I feel like Futurama, even at its worst, or like meaningless stuff, is better than some of the stuff you typically see in The Simpsons.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
yeah,
Gonna have to give it a try.
but Futurama also did end. I think way back in 2013. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. But I think it's one of those shows that's worth it to go back and see if it's your cup of tea.
Well, I mean, why not? Yeah, I mean, I've seen some clips. It seems pretty funny. I'll definitely take a look.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to shows, I'm willing to try and watch any show at least once. You know.
Yeah. Feel free to leave some comments in the comment section below, guys. Recommending shows you want us to check out and maybe talk about in a future episode.
Yeah, definitely. We're open to a lot of things, right? And just our opinions about certain things. And we come from a world where, I mean, we love, shows, movies, and we edit videos of our own, So it definitely, we like to see shows and different art forms and different storylines of what people put out there. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, can't really think of too much else to say here. You have anything else, Jose?
At the moment, no. I think this probably be a good place to stop it at. But yeah, I could ramble on about maybe other things with other shows, but I think this is a good place to stop it for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. We're hoping to have Josh back soon. We don't know exactly when he'll be back, but we'll keep you guys posted for sure. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Nathan.
I'm Jose.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.